Guys, the ups and downs in the U.S. economic cycle are defined in terms of periods of expansion or recession. During expansions, the economy is measured by trends like production, sales, and job growth. Recessions are periods when the economy is contracting or shrinking. In this case, you'll see massive layoffs, a big dip in home prices because there's no demand, and a decrease in business investment. Now, having been in real estate business now for over 15 years, I've personally experienced many of these cycles myself. Through these phases, I've noticed a variety of trends, but there is one in particular that's interesting. The landlords and owners that operate their properties with a strong management team typically forecast the market turning and prepare for it in advance. You see, these landlords are connected with their teams and they track the occupancy, the rent levels, the competition, the time to rent, all these different things. And armed with this information, they're able to anticipate when the market is going to turn. And this is over and above what the news is reporting and what the market feel is as well. Of course, the market that you're operating in will determine how the properties are affected. Places like New York City, or Los Angeles, and Chicago, and other popular metros will only typically see a slight drop in overall valuation of a property, while other areas will experience a much larger drop. So it's important to understand the market that you're buying. Sure, we're always buying for cash flow, but appreciation will vary depending on where you're buying. So when we are going through a real estate downturn, multifamily properties that cash flow, that have cash reserves, and they're run very, very well will have the highest chance of surviving. Now, the consensus among economists is that we're still a couple of years away from a correction, but it's best to prepare now and budget for the downturns before the difficult times hit. So here's 8 things that you could think about and consider. Number 1, if you're due for a refinance and it makes sense to do it sooner than later. It's easier to refi now while cash flow is healthy and cash is available at the banks. But after you do that refi, push for a longer amortization while you're doing it. Number 2, before taking on an extra expense, and consider the benefits that you'll receive. So by performing a cost-benefit analysis, it'll help you keep expenses under control and give you a bare minimum to watch for in case a local economy goes from bad to worse. Number 3, keep an emergency fund in reserve at each property to cover any tenant issues or anything where you just have a major problem, some sort of unexpected expense. Number 4, if your multifamily property has multiple leases and they're all coming up at the same time, you want to renew those leases early. You may also want to incentivize them to sign on for a 2-year lease in exchange for, say, painting a room or installing a ceiling fan or some other perk that's going to want to keep them in there longer. The cost of these small items compared to the benefit of maintaining a high occupancy is paramount at this point. Number 5, update your break-even point. Now, you probably calculated the minimum number of units you needed to cover the mortgage when you bought the place, but you also want to consider what it's going to take to do that now, as far as add it with the additional utilities, and now that you've owned the property for a while, right? If not, find out what the vacancy rate will result in for the property's cash flow, and make sure that it equals the mortgage payment plus additional expenses that we'd like, any utilities that you're picking up. So you know that number, and you have to protect that break point, the break-even point. You don't want to get below it. Okay. Number 6, try to find ways to create additional revenue streams. Aside from updating finishes internally, such as upgraded countertops and accent walls, you can also offer, like, say, doorside trash pickup, covered carports, and maybe even cable at some sort of discount. Number 7, work on the major repairs and upgrades before the downturn. Borrowing money if you need it for improvements is much easier to do during an expansion like we're in now. Number 8, make sure your tenants are happy. Whenever you have a unit turn, you are not only losing that rental income, you're also needing to turn the unit, increasing your expenses. So you want to try to keep them happy and keep that number to a minimum. The feel of a market downturn will be different depending on your asset class and location. The properties that will see the most fluctuation are those that are in weaker markets, like your C minus and your D class properties, as well as any properties located in areas of low population and low job growth. Properties in high growth and high activity markets, again, like New York and Los Angeles, will still feel a downturn, but the magnitude of these areas will be somewhat smaller. While a C class in New York will still be felt, they'll still be able to pull in the rent level they did in the previous year. So it's not going to be as much. It's still going to be cash flowing. They'll just not have the ability to increase it year over year like they usually do at about a 3% clip in some cases, maybe even more. Finally, remember, never buy in speculation. Always buy for cash flow. When you are uncertain about economic times, it's the cash flow that'll keep the property from getting into trouble. So, what lessons did you learn going through a recession? Have you implemented anything that I just mentioned? Let me know in the comments. I would love, love, love to hear from you, okay? If you learned anything from this video, give it a thumbs up. And check out our podcast, Bulletproof Cash Flow, on iTunes and Stitcher. And subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. We're always putting out new material all the time to help you build success in the world of multifamily. So appreciate your time. Be great, guys, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.